Okay, question number 5. Which sentence should replace sentence 4 to best introduce the main claim of the passage? So as we said, the main claim of this passage is that the library is a great resource beneficial to members of the community. So which idea captures this concept among the answer choices? A, in this age of smartphones and search engines, the public library is a valuable resource that all members of a community should use. Okay, that does seem consistent with the main idea. It's a valuable resource, and we are in the age of smartphones and search engines, as mentioned in the introduction to this passage. All members of a community should use. Well, that might be extreme. I'm going to hold off on that. Should all members of the community use it? Probably, but let's go on and continue checking the other answers. B, finding information is easier than ever. Not sure if it exactly said that. It is easier than ever. So the text does say that. But going to the public library is still a valuable learning experience. Okay, here we have a problem. Up to this point, this was a very good answer. But a valuable learning experience? The passage says it's a valuable resource for people to get information. It's a critical role to promote the community. It provides various amenities, and it offers a variety of resources for community members. That is a great deal more and different than a learning experience. So I would eliminate B based on that. C, through today's computers, though today's computers are highly advanced, the resources available at a public library are more useful for students. Okay, again, more useful for students. Is there a comparison in the passage saying it's better for students than for, say, old people to go to the public library? No, it doesn't. That is not correct. That is information or criteria not given in the passage. So always be on the lookout for those types of details in the answers. D, despite the proliferation of social networking sites, well, I don't think the passage or even the intro was about social networking per se. It was about searching and finding information online, right? You own a smartphone, you get your communication easier than before with a swipe of a finger, blogs, news, and it does mention an example of social networking site, but that's one example in the entirety. So that's not going to be our best answer. So that's problematic right there. Let's look at the second part. A public library is a great place for people who are interested in improving their community. Well, wait a second. I think that's reversing the cause effect here. The public library adds value to the community. It's not a great place to go to then add value to the community or improve your community. I'm not sure if that's quite the correct logic there. So D, I would eliminate. A looks to be the correct answer. In the age of smartphones and search engines, the public library is a valuable resource. And by the way, it probably is not too extreme to say it's a valuable resource for all in the community. Number 6, which sentence would best follow and support sentence 8? So what is sentence 8? Sentence 8 is the end of the second paragraph. That second paragraph was about how the public library serves a truly critical role in promoting community. So then it goes on to say, with the explosion of digital media, people can now communicate instantly, and yet many people complain of feeling isolated. The library stands in a rare position to help community members meet this universal need for human connection and companionship. Okay, so this is about the idea that the public library brings people together. What would best follow that? Probably it would be an example that would support that. So which answer might be an example of people coming together at the library? E, libraries, which have been around for centuries and are found throughout the world today, help preserve the history of a community. No, it's not about the history. This paragraph is about bringing people together. F, the public library is often used as a place for community leaders and organizers to host community events such as hearings or town halls. Possible. I don't think that's the best answer because we're a little too narrowly focused on community leaders and organizers. I think the idea was it brings anybody together who's a little lonely to come to the library. Let's keep going on. G, libraries rely on a combination of local and state federal dollars to provide kinds of services. No, it's not about the funding of the library. That was not the idea of paragraph 2. H, at a public library, people can interact with others through a variety of programs, including teen book clubs, toddler story times, senior citizen exercise classes. Okay, the examples here are more encompassing, from children to teens to senior citizens, and they are coming together to interact. This is a great example that supports paragraph 2. H would be the correct answer. That follows sentence 8. 7. Which revision of sentence 12 best maintains the formal style established in the passage? So we can look through these generally and figure out, just based on the register, the formality of the text, which answer is going to be correct. The free resources available at the library can help people accomplish many tasks. That's actually pretty good. That's fairly formal. B, all the free materials. Okay, what is all the free materials? That's very vague and colloquial. You can get at the library, you can do different tasks. I think B is not the answer. C, everything that is free. Well, what does it mean, everything? I can get free soda at the library? No, I don't think so. So you can help people work on a lot of different things. Well, what different things? That's too vague. C is definitely not correct. D, the free resources you can find at the library, so can help you do whatever you need to do. Okay, again, this is sort of second person. It's vague. Whatever you need to do, what exactly would that be? A better way to say whatever you need to do is, it helps people accomplish many tasks. A is the most formal. That's the correct answer for 7. Number 8, where should sentence 17 be moved in order to improve the organization of the 4th paragraph? Sentences 13 to 17 is the 4th paragraph. So we're going to put it after 13, after 14, after 15. All right, let's take a look. Let's go back to this paragraph. So this paragraph began, public libraries also offer a variety of resources to community members. One important resource is the librarian, who does far more than check out books and collect fines. Other than library resources, low-cost programs, additionally lectures. Okay, so the way we approach these problems is, I want to know the sentence I'm placing. I want to know exactly what it's talking about. A typical librarian holds a master's degree and can help library patrons navigate through the flood of information available in print online. So the idea of the sentence we want to place is that a librarian is well educated and can help you find and use the resources of the library. So where do we talk about a librarian being helpful, a resource, or well educated in the paragraph? Which sentence? Not sentence 13. Sentence 14, definitely. One important resource is the librarian. Okay, that is exactly the same topic as the sentence we need to place. As a general rule, that's an approach you want to take. And then you're going to place your sentence before or after, depending on the connection of transitions or some logical sequential reason. Let's take a look. Here, we want to go after sentence 14, because sentence 14 introduces there's one important resource, a librarian. And it even goes so far to say they do more than just check out books. Well, what would naturally follow that? 17. Examples of what more things they do. They're highly educated with master's degrees. They help you navigate floods of information and help you navigate the internet. So 17 would follow 14. The correct answer for number 8 would be between 14 and 15, G. Number 9. Which concluding sentence should be added after sentence 19 to support the argument presented in the passage? Okay, this conclusion in this passage was very, very short. Conclusions don't always have to be very long, but this one particularly needed some additional sentences. So what would we add after 19? Let's see what we have here. The hallmark of a public library is that its materials and services are accessible to all. The library connects people to a network of information resources and is an important part of the community. So we have to restate the idea that the library is a truly valuable resource that offers various amenities and resources, and the community should take advantage of it, right? So are we fully saying that here? Not yet. So let's see if we have an answer that incorporates that idea. A, therefore, patrons of the public library can grow in both their social life and their level of community engagement. Okay, that's probably true, but it is not the best summation of the main idea of this paragraph. B, clearly, it is in the best interest of community members to maintain, support, and use their public library. Yeah, that would be a logical conclusion, right? If the library is so valuable, community members should maintain and support the public library. I think B looks pretty good, but let's keep going. C, after all, the public library has been part of American communities since the library was first founded. No, that's not really... I mean, it might be true, but it is not the main idea of the passage, that the library is a valuable resource. So how long it's been around is kind of irrelevant. D, in fact, community leaders must work together to find ways to generate more involvement events at the public library. No, this is a suggestion that something has to be done to improve the library. That's not the idea of the passage. The idea of the passage is that the library is a valuable resource in the best interest of community members, so they should support it. B is the best answer to end this passage, to be after sentence 19.